Good all, welcome back to South Africa. I hope that you are all doing extremely well. So for this video, we are going to go back in history a little bit in South Africa. So we all know that the land in South Africa is a major thing. We are consistently hearing that we need to give the land back, and we stole land and we are land thieves, and they would like restitution for the injustices of the past. So I'm going to read to you a piece of history pertaining to land and how land was given and traded between white settlers and black tribes in South Africa. This is but one example. So I hope you'll enjoy it. Please like, share and subscribe, and let us quickly jump into it. So the heading says Zulu King Pandes pledges to the Boers. So on 14 February 1840, the Boer raised the national flag of the Republic of Natalia in the presence of King Pande and his headmen. Mpande acknowledges the borders of the Boer Republic of Natalia from the Tugela River to the Umfolozi River, as agreed upon between Piet Retief and Dingaan, and the accepted vassal status of the area north of the Tugela River to the Black Umfolozi River. Andries Pretorius issued a proclamation outlining the borders of the vassal territory of Natalia. I do apologize, that was a tongue twister. According to the proclamation, the borders were all the land from the Tugela River to the Black Umfolozi River, that are boundary henceforth running from the sea along the Black Umfolozi River, where it passes through the Double Mountains near its origin, and then along the Rand Mountains in similar direction as the Drakensberg, including St. Lucia Bay, with all coastal areas and harbours already discovered or yet to be discovered between the Umsumbuvu River and the mouth of the Black Umfolozi River. Interesting, eh? So there they are giving you a easy explainable map, so we can actually take these instructions and we can go have a look of the land that was given to the white farmers in this specific area. Okay, let's carry on. In acceptance of the terms of friendship and defense between himself and the Boers, Mpande said, King Mpande, if one would do anything to your disfavor, you can only let me know, and be assured that I will hurry to your assistance with my whole army, and I will sacrifice my last man for you. If the politicians want to talk about the past, let's talk about the past. I think we should write to the Zulu King, because they need to honor what Mpande has said, if they always want to remind us of the past. Let's carry on. On the banks of the Klip River, the Boers received 36,000 head of cattle as compensation for the loss they suffered at the hands of Dingaan. So King Mpande rewarded the Boer people 36,000 heads of cattle. When the commander arrived back in Pietermaritzburg, 14,000 cattle were given to the Boers of the Highveld west of the Drakensberg, and the remaining cattle were distributed amongst the Boers in Natalia. This is the third Boer commando against Dingaan, was called the Cattle Commando. So there's some facts for you. It's easy to refer to the past. It's easy to say that people stole land. In this case, according to this proclamation, all land from the Tugela River to the Black Mfolozi River that are boundary henceforth running from the sea along the Black Mfolozi River, where it passes through the Double Mountains near its origin, and then along the Rand Mountains in similar direction as the Drakensberg, including St. Lucia Bay, with all coastal areas and harbours already discovered or yet to be discovered between the Mfumbumu River and the mouth of the Black Mfolozi River. There you go. Nobody stole land here, and this is one example. This is one example. So this specific Republic of Natalia belongs rightfully to the white people of South Africa. Please like, share and subscribe, and God bless.